Okay, hello guys, my name is Angel. I'm going to be profiling my Brotherhood of the Farfist deck for January 2014 format. So let's begin. First, our Brotherhood of the Farfist Bear. Here your main monster popper deck. You're going to send a face-up fire formation card from your field into your graveyard, and you can then pop a monster. Very useful. And also, when he attacks either directly or for damage, when he inflicts damage into your opponent, you're going to set a fire formation spell directly from your deck. Double Gorilla, similar to Bear, but this guy pops spells and traps, regardless of position. And when he destroys a monster by battle, he's going to set a fire formation spell directly from your deck. Dragon, so you can revive monsters. This guy takes 2 formations, and he has another effect that whenever a spell, a fire formation spell or trap is activated, let's say it's a Tenki, yeah. So you're going to play the Tenki, and then he's going to call a fire formation trap directly from your deck. It's usually only going to be Tensu. Yes, you're going to set it. Very useful. When you have 2 face-up fire formations, you remove them, and then you can revive a Fire Fist monster from your graveyard. Boar, he's one of your tuners, only one of your 2 tuners. He has another effect similar to Shiny Angel, that when he's destroyed, even if he's face up, face down, as long as he's destroyed by battle, he's going to call any of your level 4s, directly from your deck, from Fire Fist 4s. Wolfbark, this guy revives a guy from the field. It could even be this guy, so you can go into your Crimson Blader. And he's basically a 1-card Xyz or Synchro Summon. And then you play your mini level 3 engine, which includes Leopard. What Leopard does is you tribute any Fire Fist monster, including himself, and you're going to set a fire formation card, either spell or trap, directly from your deck into your zone. Double Rooster, so you can recycle. What he does is that if you have fire formation here, you can send it to the graveyard and set a different one from your deck. Also, when he's special summoned by the effect of a Fire Fist monster, he's going to get a Fire Fist monster directly from your deck into your hand. That's why you use this guy. Spirit, he's going to revive any of these 2 guys from the graveyard. When he's normal summoned, he's going to revive a Fire Fist monster that has 200 defense or less in face-up defense position. He doesn't negate the effect, so this guy can still get his searching effect into your hand, and then you can synchro summon for Horse Prince. That is a very good combo, especially because what you do with these guys is that you're going to call. Usually what I do is I set up my combo, so you have this guy in the graveyard, for example. Let's say I call this guy, I tribute him, then I use Tensu or Tenki, depending on which ones I have in my hand. Then if I use Tensu, or next turn I'm going to summon Spirit, he's going to get revived, Secret Summon for Horse Prince, and this guy is going to call your other Rooster from the deck. He gets to search, and then he gets to reset one of your fire formations. Very handy. Cleans out the deck and searches for cards you need to build up your combos. So that's basically the monsters. Then on to the spells. Of course, the main spell of your deck is going to be your 3 Tenkis. This guy is your basic searcher, and also target to activate your Fire Fist monster's effects. And this guy can search any Fire Fist monster, level 3 or 4. Doesn't search at level 5, but not many people play those. I think that's more of a personal decision. I don't play them. But this guy can search any of your level 4 or 3 Beast Warriors, including Wolfbark. You play double Tensu. This spell Sorry, this spell is your double summon every turn. Double Gyokkou. This guy is basically your Night Beam. It's going to block a set card. Whenever Gyokkou is activated, it's going to block one set card, spell or trap that your opponent has, and as long as this card is face up, this card can't be activated. So it's very useful. That's it for Fire Formation spells. One Book of Moon, one Dark Hole, triple Amnesty for back row removal, you know what these do, and one Magic Platter for your continuous traps. What happens when you play this thing, you can send any of your continuous trap cards, like this one, that are face up on the field, you send them to the graveyard, and then you can draw 2 cards. Basically your Pot of Greed. So let's keep this one handy here. Okay, now onto the other spells. Double Tensen. I might consider bumping this one up to 3. Basically because this thing gives you 1000 attack. Well, it gives you 700 and 300 passive, which at the moment adds to up to 1000. And it's searchable with Dragon. One Torrential. Getting rid of overextension and monster spamming decks like Mermail. Solemn Warning. Summon Negation. Bottomless. Getting rid of big beaters, you banish them, like Graphis for example. Compulsory to bounce back Xyz, Synchros, or even bounce back your own monsters to protect them from destruction or targeting. Double Mirror Force. I chose to keep this one at 2 because next format I fear is going to be heavy on Bujin. At this moment, Turtle protects Bujin from targeting, but this thing doesn't target, so it still destroys Bujin if it were to be destroyed. Double Mistake to block spellbooks and Bujin. You could take these 2 for your double maxi in your side deck, especially for special summoning decks like Infernities or Mermail. But I prefer this one for spellbooks because a lot of people at my locals play spellbooks. I could say more than half of them play spellbooks still. And your double Fiendish Chain, especially for negating effects, monster effects, and it stops them from attacking. So at the very least, it's MST bait. And all of them are Magic Planner targets. Now into my extra deck. You're going to play triple Tiger King. When this guy is Xyz summoned, he's going to set any fire formation, be it spell or trap, directly into your set zone. His second effect is that when you detach a material, he's going to negate the effects of all currently faced monsters on the field until the end of the opponent's turn. That is very good because usually gets rid of problem sand mains or things you usually have to keep poking in order to get rid of. And third, when he's sent to the graveyard and you have 3 fire formations, 3 face-up fire formations, you can remove all of them, and then you can special summon 2 equal name, equal level Fire Fist monsters directly from your deck into your field in any position you need. So, Tiger King, very important. Another very important card, Cardinal. Especially because sometimes you use up all your Tenkis and they're in your graveyard doing nothing. So when these guys play, you detach 2 materials. This guy takes 2 Fire Fist, level 4 Fire Fist monsters. Detach 2 materials. Target 2 cards in your graveyard or face up in your field, be it Fire Fist monster or Fire Formation. And you're going to send those back into the deck. And what you're also going to do, you're going to target 2 face up cards or 2 cards on the graveyard or 1/1 on the opponent's field. And you're going to send those back to the deck. Cowboy for you pew pew. Diamond Darwolf for popping cards, and you can also tribute other Farfetch'd monsters, not necessarily him. It could be Leopard, or Rooster, any monster you want. Flagship of Corn for sending cards. Addis Dweller for mermails, or decks that activate on the graveyard. Maestro. And Horse Prince for, not Horse Prince. Lion Emperor for your level 3 plays. And lastly, Crimson Blader. You make this guy with Boar and any other level 4. It's a fire, so it's doable. Horse Prince for your spirit, so you can do your combo. And the last two is debatable. I usually switch between these two. I usually use Crazy Box because of a lot of people play Dark Worlds too at my locals, and especially Spellbook. So I always keep this one handy because it's target for your Eradicator. And this guy, well, basically you run Boar and you run some level 3, so you can always, well, not always, but sometimes you can make Black Rose in case you really need it to blow up the field. But honestly, I still prefer this guy, especially under skill drain. This guy can attack for 3,000. Now onto my extra deck. Hand Traps. You play double Maxi for special summoning decks. Sometimes I alternate between these two and Mistake for blocking or benefiting from special summoning decks, like Infernities or Mermail. Double Baylor, effect negation. It's a hand trap. 2 Forbidden Lands for protecting your monsters. Macrocosmos. Eradicator, especially for spellbooks. If so many people didn't play spellbooks in my locals, I wouldn't play this one, but I think it always helps to have this one. Double DNA surgery. Sometimes one, it really depends on where I'm going, but at my locals I usually take these out to make space for the other stuff. But you could easily replay these two. These two also affect spellbooks, because then they can't do their combos or activate some other cards. Double Light Imprisonment Mirror for Bujin and Stellar. Double Shadow Imprisonment Mirror for Dark Worlds and Evil Swarms. And Rivalry for decks that use several different types of monsters. Even Mermails use several different types of monsters. So that is basically it. I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.